The Singapore Grand Prix was meant to be a celebration for McLaren, a night to seal the Constructors' Championship with 6 races still remaining. But instead of a smooth victory, it became a night full of tension and surprises. On lap 1, the 2 McLaren drivers made contact in a dramatic moment that left fans stunned. Lando Norris went down the inside, pushing teammate Oscar Piastri wide, a move that immediately sparked debate among viewers. What followed wasn't just a racing incident. It was the start of growing pressure within the team. As the race went on, small signs of frustration began to show. Piastri's short radio messages and his distant tone after the finish suggested that things inside McLaren weren't as calm as they appeared. This wasn't about rivalry anymore, it was about keeping harmony while fighting for the biggest prize in Formula One. And new behind-the-scenes clips, never shown on TV, have given fans even more to talk about. If you want to understand what really happened inside that garage, make sure to subscribe, because this story could reshape the 2025 F1 title fight. It all started on the opening lap of the Singapore Grand Prix. The race that was supposed to highlight McLaren's dominance instead revealed how close their 2 drivers really are on track. As the lights went out, Oscar Piastri launched strongly from the front row, aiming to extend his championship lead. But heading into turn 1, things quickly changed. Trying to stay around the outside of Max Verstappen, Piastri suddenly found Norris making a bold move down the inside. In the chaos, Norris adjusted his steering to avoid Verstappen, which forced Piastri off his line. The Australian lost momentum and several positions, and over the radio his frustration could be heard. "Yeah, that wasn't very team-like, but sure," said Piastri in a calm but firm voice. McLaren's engineer quickly replied, "We're looking at it. Let me get back to you." Moments later, the FIA announced there would be no investigation, and the team moved on. For the rest of the race, Piastri stayed behind Norris, helping protect the team's points rather than chasing his own lead. When the race ended and McLaren secured the Constructors' Championship, the celebrations told 2 stories: joy on one side and quiet focus on the other. Behind the scenes, cameras captured very different moods. On one side of the garage, there were smiles and high fives. On the other, quiet concentration and a driver reflecting on what had happened. The moment highlighted the fine balance inside any top Formula One team, managing 2 highly competitive drivers, both capable of winning. Strategically, McLaren's approach raised questions. With both titles nearly secured, many wondered why the team allowed such close racing on lap 1. A simple hold position call could have avoided the incident entirely. Team boss Zak Brown later said, "They race hard, but they race fair," emphasizing that both drivers had full trust to compete responsibly. Even so, fans online had mixed reactions, with many debating whether McLaren should manage their drivers more closely during high-risk starts. Former world champion Jenson Button offered a balanced view, saying Norris's move looked like a racing incident caused by low grip. "He didn't push Oscar intentionally, it was just a tricky moment," Button explained. He also added that any driver in Piastri's position would feel frustrated, but that situations like this are part of racing at the top level. Incidents like this aren't new to Formula One. The Hamilton-Rosberg rivalry tested Mercedes in 2016, and even Red Bull and Ferrari have faced similar challenges. Now McLaren faces the same task, keeping 2 incredibly fast drivers working together toward a common goal. The Singapore race may be remembered as a key moment in the 2025 season, not because of the clash itself, but because of what it revealed about team dynamics, trust, and communication. For Piastri, it was a learning experience. After the race, he told reporters, "Obviously a tough one. Not the result I wanted, but still great for the team." His professionalism and calm response showed that even under pressure, he remains focused on the bigger picture. Meanwhile, Norris continues to grow in confidence, and both drivers remain within striking distance of the world title. Inside McLaren, team principal Andrea Stella and Zak Brown now face one of their biggest challenges, keeping the atmosphere positive while allowing both drivers to fight for glory. If they can manage it, McLaren could complete one of the most dominant seasons in modern F1 history. But if not, internal competition might cost them more than just a few points. The Singapore Grand Prix was supposed to be another step in McLaren's incredible comeback. Instead, it became a reminder that success in Formula One isn't just about speed, it's about teamwork, balance, and trust. The Singapore incident wasn't just a small clash. It could become a turning point in the 2025 season. For Piastri, it's a test of patience and confidence. After 2 tough weekends, his championship lead has shrunk to just 22 points. His post-race comments reflected calm professionalism. "Obviously a difficult race," he said. "Not the result I wanted, but great for the team." His words sounded measured, but fans could sense that he was processing everything carefully. The real emotion had already been heard over the radio earlier in the race. Now, attention across the paddock has shifted to McLaren. Everyone is watching to see how the team manages its drivers through the remaining races. Will Piastri bounce back with renewed determination? Will Norris continue his charge toward the top of the standings? Both drivers are young, talented, and hungry for success, and that combination can be powerful if managed correctly. Inside McLaren, team principal Andrea Stella and CEO Zak Brown face a huge challenge. They've built a car capable of dominating Formula One, but now they must ensure both drivers continue working together toward the same goal. The line between healthy competition and internal tension has never been thinner. If McLaren can maintain balance, they could finish the season as one of the strongest teams in modern F1 history. But if not, the battle between their drivers could reshape the title fight entirely. The Singapore Grand Prix was meant to be another chapter in McLaren's redemption story. Instead, it became the race that revealed how intense their success has made them. Oscar Piastri's determination, Norris's aggression, and the team's calm response have all added new layers to one of the most exciting storylines in Formula One today. This isn't just about who was faster on the night, it's about trust, teamwork, and how a top team handles pressure at the highest level. McLaren's unity will now be tested, and the world is watching closely. So, what do you think? Who was really at fault during that dramatic first lap? Was Piastri too defensive, or should the team have stepped in sooner? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more on this incredible Formula One season.